Also, where is the translation of the word? So who hasn't taken natural resources? Natural resources. Soraya, and he please tell me. Yes, sir. Cool. Why should we from? You and Adina. Relax. Remove my freedom as well. You and I shall be. So say someone wish to your neighbors in English. To your neighbor, right? How are you? And come on. You?
You very good luck.
You? Have you told some wishes in our You? Yeah? So, okay. What do you see in the picture? Natural resources, okay?
Solar system.
And here, what do you see? Yes, I got it. Non-organic world, and here what do you see? Types of natural energy, okay? What has name for solar? Solar panel? Wind and what's the energy, okay, here? Wind, yeah? It is? Okay, and the theme of our today's lesson is discussing the difference between non-organic food and renewable energy sources. For the beginning of the lesson, I want you to explain in English this week's quotation. Can you explain in English? What does it mean? Who can explain? Yes. And cooperation, okay, cooperation hotels. We can unity and prosperity, okay. And just this, right? These are our lesson's objectives. Today we are going to speak and read. By the end of the lesson, you'll use at least 10 specific words related to organic and non-organic world and renewable energy sources in your prayer, group, and class discussion. And demonstrating unity and collaboration as reflected in our program. Where there is unity, prosperity follows. Understood? And reading within the lesson time, you will identify and extract some key details from the text about biofuels and their environmental impact, and work in pairs to show how teamwork leads to better results. Understood? So this is group work. This is the first group. This is the second group. Okay? And sorry, I have forgotten to give you some assessment paper. Here you should write the name of your neighbor, and you are going to assess your neighbor during the lesson. The first task is method question answer relationship, and please write the name of your neighbor. Okay? You will assess the So, the first group, can you answer the first question? What differences do you know between organic and non-organic food? The first group, please. Okay, the second group, can you answer? Okay, Aldanias, you should put 1 point to Alina because Alina has answered this question. Understood? The second question, the first group, why do some people prefer to buy organic products? Because it's more beneficial for the organism. Okay, Abermansur put 1 point to Arjan. Okay, the third question, do you think organic food is always healthier? Why or why not? Okay, Dimash, answer.
Yeah, because organic food, non-organic food, always with extremely low and chemical
Pesticide. Okay, the next question is, what are the disadvantages of non-organic food? The first group or the second group, who will answer? Which way? Any volunteers? Okay,
it has an influence on our organism and chemicals, maybe chemicals, may be dangerous for our health.
Okay, do you usually check food labels when you shop? What information do you look for? The first group or the second group? Please, before you answer the question, we check the food labels. We will check it in information what it contains. The list of ingredients. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Abraham. 1 more point. And the last is organic food formula among young people in our country. Please, who can answer the second question? Again, the food. In my opinion, in my country, among young people, organic food is preferred and has amount of citizens by organic food to stay healthy. Actually, speak louder. So this brings to answer the question, give your opinion clearly, you will take 1 point. The students who have answered this question, okay? Your neighbor will put your mark. The next is new word of the lesson. Please open your vocabulary and write down the words and sentences. Please write down the quick.
It's great. Oh, it's great. Fossil fuel. Natural resources. Non-flammable.
So, are you finished? Speak English, Dimash. The first word is acid rain, biodegradable, biodegradable, fossil fuel, heavy water, natural resources, heavy resources, non-flammable, weapons. If you have finished writing the words, let's go to the next question. The question is, what do you know about renewable energy sources? Please, who will answer? What do you know about renewable energy sources? Today's lesson is renewable energy sources. Yeah? What do you know about the Marina? Renewable energy sources. Natural power to reduce the energy. Okay, which sources are mostly used in Kazakhstan? Please.
I see solar energy.
Solar energy. Okay. The second, biofuels, page 54. We are going to read the text and do the sum task according to the text. Okay. While reading, you are going to watch the video about biofuels.
Biofuels. Many people believe that in the future, fossil fuels, such as coal, oil and gas, are going to run out and will be replaced with biofuels. Fossil fuels are made from living things that died hundreds of millions of years ago, whereas biofuels are made from recently living organisms. All biofuels are considered to be a renewable energy source because they are quick and easy to replace. The three main types of biofuel include ethanol, biodiesel, and biojet fuel. Crops such as corn, sugarcane, wheat, rapeseed, and soybeans can all be used to make biofuels. Other examples include canola, palm, and vegetable oils. However, there are types made from other materials, such as animal fats and waste. Different biofuels have different methods in order to turn them into fuels and power engines. For instance, ethanol is often mixed with petrol. In a similar way, biodiesel is mixed with regular diesel, and biojet fuel is mixed with jet fuel. Some people argue that biofuels are better for the environment because they are carbon neutral. This means that the carbon dioxide they produce is the same as the amount taken up by the plants as they grew. So overall, they don't increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Another advantage to using biofuels is that they produce less toxic chemicals than regular fuels. And some biofuels are even non-toxic, non-flammable, and biodegradable. This means less air pollution due to smoke, soot and sulfur, which means less acid rain. There are some disadvantages to biofuels though. For example, it takes a lot of people, energy, money and natural resources to grow the crops required to produce biofuels. As a result, some people are worried that even more land will be cleared in the future in order to grow more crops for biofuel production. This means destroying the natural habitat of some wildlife.
Biofuels. Many people believe that in the future, fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and gas, are going to run out and will be replaced with biofuels. Fossil fuels are made from living things that died hundreds of millions of years ago, whereas biofuels are made from recently living organisms. All biofuels are considered to be a renewable energy source because they are quick and easy to replace. The three main types of biofuel include ethanol, biodiesel, and biojet fuel. Crops such as corn, sugarcane, wheat, rapeseed, and soybeans can also make biofuels. Other examples include canola, palm, and vegetable oils. However, there are types made from other materials, such as animal fat and whey. Different biofuels have different methods in order to turn them into fuels and power engines. For instance, ethanol is often mixed with petrol. In a similar way, biodiesel is mixed with regular diesel, and biojet fuel is mixed with jet fuel. Some people argue that biofuels are better for the environment because they are carbon neutral. This means that the carbon dioxide they produce is the same as the amount taken up by the plants as they grew. So overall, they don't increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Another advantage, which means less acid rain. There are some disadvantages to biofuels, though. For example, it takes a lot of people, energy, money, and natural resources to grow the crops required to produce biofuels. As a result, some people are worried that even more land will be cleared in the future in order to grow more crops for biofuel production. This means destroying the natural habitat of some wildlife.
So that's all. Have you understood
Yes.
what the text is about?
You
About biofuels, yeah. We are going to discuss. The next task is method concept checking questions. Pair work. You are going to work with your pair. 3 questions. The first student asks the second, and 4, 5, 6, for example, Dimash asks Norayan. If you have answered all 3 questions, give your opinion clearly. Your neighbor will put you 3 points. Okay? So let's start. We have 2 minutes for this part. Be quick. Working with maybe Nicole and Cecilia. No? Okay, working thing. Yeah, okay. He has answered. How many points to your neighbor? Okay. If she has or he has answered 3 questions, you will put 3 marks. Now open your mobile phones. Take your mobile phones, open and make a photo and do this task. This is only for 1 minute. You should work very fast, boys and girls. So take your mobile. It's learning app. Find the words, drag them, and according to the text of biofuels, the new words of today's lesson. These are phrases, yeah? What phrases have you found? Air pollution, I think that's also. Solar power is the biofuel, okay? Wind power, 8, yeah, finished. So if we fossil fuels, okay. What is fossil fuel? Finished. Solar power, finished. Tidal power, yes. Wind power, yeah. Okay. Here has these words. Do you have? Have you finished? What? Tidal power. What is tidal power? Tidal, from the water. Water power, yeah, tidal power. Okay? Why don't you get that? So who has finished 8 phrases? What I'm saying? Have you finished? How done yet? How done yet? Natural habitat. Several and yes, good job. Okay, nice. You have 1 point for this task, yeah? The next is group work. If you have found the phrasing, then right here, you should make up sentences with this phrasing. The first group, you have these 6 words for each of you, understood? And these 6 words for each of you. Each one makes up 1 sentence. No, it's orally. The first group will begin. Which one will you say and make up a sentence? What if you open the sentence? Okay, put 1 point to our example. I will show you 1 point, okay? Make sentences using given words. Give your points clearly and share with your class. You will take 1 point. The second group, please pull. Okay, I'll then get 1 point to Alina. Biofuels here. Plant material, okay. See, and the second group, pull. Okay, 1 point to Inabat, Muhammad, please. Next, the second group. Okay, air pollution, yeah. Other students, please, the first group, be active. Okay, 1 more point to Arusha. What about the other? Why you are not so active to the first group? The second group, Azim, Ali Khan, please. Dimash. Natural disaster, where do you have natural disaster? Natural disaster. Okay. Carbon dioxide, yeah, okay. 1 point to Muhammad. Here. No one. Okay, thank you. So next one is a method feeling exercise for page 54. What should you do? You should complete the sentences, open your book, use the phrases from the text. Exercise for page 54. Open your book. Who can, please? First, Dimash. What's the news of exercise? Leaving organic systems, renewable energy sources, Alina. And carbon natural again. Carbon dioxide again, and toxic chemicals. Nice. So put 1 point to your neighbor, yeah, because all of you have done this task very quickly. 1 point to your neighbor. The next is we have relaxation. Please, I want you to stand up. Is that so? Thank you. Oh, turn on. The next task is think together, also pair work. You should work in pairs. Choose the correct answer. This printer is choose the correct answer and work in pair. You will take 1 point for this task. So we have only 1 minute, please. Define what word. Fossil fuel will be replaced with biofuel. Yeah, okay, the second. Who can read the headline? Renewable energy source. Renewable energy source. What benefits of the fuels is that they carbon emission and don't reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the reduce or increase. Increase, yeah, okay, that's the please.
And it just evolution.
Acid rain. Okay, and so last who can tell? Who, please?
However, some people say that they use more natural resources to produce.
Natural resources. Okay, thank you very much. Have you done this? Put 1 point to your neighbor, please. The next task is also take your mobile phones and let's do match the words. Only 1 minute you have. I want you to work very fast, boys and girls. Match the words and take 1 point. Show to your neighbor if you have finished, okay? It's like read. Have you opened? For example, air pollution, carbon dioxide, renewable energy source. And you have finished show to your neighbor. Toxic water. Toxic. Acid. Acid rain. You have finished, okay? Nice, finished. So, show to your neighbor, and your neighbor will put you 1 point. Finished?
Yes.
Is it anything? What month do you have here? The next is differentiation task. Here, you have to do some internet research here and to find out information about renewable energy and prepare a short presentation. So please, who has present, who wants to present? It is your presentation, yeah? For example, this one. Who did? Whose work is it? Oh, really? Okay, come here. How you can please talk about your presentation with the class presented.
Bio2 made from corn, sugar, grain, and so when it is environment friendly compared to diesel and
Thank you. Nice. You know what, please, next one. Which we Who presentation is this? This one and one energy is the renewable natural power that uses one switch to produce electricity. It is the one of the fastest growing and clean technologies in the world. And that is why it converts the kinetic energy of the device to electricity. Okay, so differentiation. For this time, you should put 2 points to the student who presents this one. Because she has prepared.
one of the most popular resources in now also this type of energy because that is time for gas.
Okay, that's thank you. Please, show your class and present it.
Wind energy today is one of the important energy resource and one energy produce electricity and hot power turbines.
Nice, okay. I shall please start. You should show it to your class and speak, yeah, looking at your class. As you please.
Solar energy is the most important and one of the popular energy nowadays. It's gives sun energy and turn into electricity.
Okay, nice. Muhammad, please.
White energy used morning air produced electricity and white turbine produced electricity and there's kinetic energy.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much. So the students who have answered, who have done this task, your neighbor should put you 2 points, okay? Understood? The next is we at the stage talk about what? Energy swapping, yeah? So as we work in pairs, in groups, and as a whole class, where there is unity, prosperity, quality. What does it mean? What does it mean, you know? Working results. Okay, I shall. Unity creates success and harmony, Dimash. And if we connect it to adult agama, honesty creates trust, yeah, respect strengthens relationship, and responsibility means contributing to the classwork. Cooperation leads to shared success. And now I want you to make reflection of today's lesson. Method 1 work. Name any renewable energy source you know. Affirmative. Any renewable energy source. Solar power, Aisha. You know? Energy source. Who can? Okay. Biofuel again. Hydroelectric power. Wind power. Okay. What's it called? Water energy. So do you understand today's lesson? Okay. And if you have understood, let's put marks for ourselves. Red, I don't understand the material. Yellow, I have some questions. And green, everything is clear. Which color do you take for yourself? Green. Then your neighbor will put your marks. So count the marks and tell me how much, how many points you give to your neighbor. So, Paul. Everyone still how many points take Ranjan? Arujana answer. Aisha, no. 7. Aisha also has 7, okay? Muhammad. In about 10, Muhammad. Also 10, okay? Dimash, okay, have Aldenias. 10 points to Alina. Alina? Assume Alihan. Alihan 9 points. So it is your mark for today's lesson. Yes? So and your home task is exercise 1, page 56. Write a for and against essay. So the lesson is over. Thank you.
9 points.
9 points.
Yeah.
So I write the names of your neighbor and give me self-assessment, peer assessment papers.